The global ocean is often perceived as a vast, homogeneous body of water, but this view belies a far more complex reality. It is a vertically stratified system composed of distinct ecological worlds, each layered atop the other like the floors of a skyscraper. The strategic importance of understanding this zonation cannot be overstated, as the severe physical gradients that define this vertical frontier are the primary drivers of biodiversity and evolutionary adaptation. As one descends, the attenuation of sunlight, the rise of hydrostatic pressure, and the fall in temperature create a series of extreme environmental filters. Only organisms with highly specialized traits can survive the passage from one zone to the next. We will explore the 5 major pelagic zones of the open ocean, which are, from shallowest to deepest, the Epipelagic, Mesopelagic, Bathypelagic, Abyssopelagic, and Hadalpelagic. Our purpose is to embark on a journey through these vertical strata, detailing the unique environmental conditions of each realm and profiling the remarkable creatures that have adapted to thrive within them. This expedition from the sunlit surface to the crushing pressure of the deepest trenches reveals the incredible ingenuity of life in the face of Earth's most challenging conditions. The Epipelagic zone represents the vibrant, productive foundation of the entire marine food web. Its direct and consistent access to sunlight fuels the process of photosynthesis, making it the most populous and biologically active region in the ocean. Life is concentrated here, powered by the conversion of solar energy into the organic matter that sustains nearly all life below. This zone is the engine that drives the biological carbon pump, feeding the vast, dark ecosystems that lie in the deep. Known commonly as the Sunlight Zone, or the Photic Zone, this layer extends from the surface to a depth of approximately 200 meters. Its defining characteristic is the penetration of sufficient sunlight to support photosynthesis by phytoplankton and marine plants. Consequently, the vast majority of all marine life is found within these bright, relatively warm, and low-pressure waters. Here in the Epipelagic, we observe creatures adapted for a world of light, speed, and scale. Survival often depends on finding food, avoiding predation in clear visibility, and navigating a dynamic environment. Blue whale. The largest animal on Earth, the blue whale is a titan of the Sunlit Zone. The largest specimen ever recorded measured an astonishing 108 feet in length and weighed as much as 280,000 pounds. Great white shark. As a warm-blooded, active predator, the great white shark is perfectly suited for the temperate seas of this zone. Its ability to maintain a higher body temperature than the surrounding water allows it to be a more effective hunter compared to its cold-blooded counterparts. Loggerhead sea turtle. This turtle is an adept swimmer, using its paddle-shaped fins to glide elegantly through the water. It is capable of remaining submerged for several hours, a crucial adaptation for foraging and long-distance migration within the upper ocean. Ocean sunfish, mola mola. Holding the title of the world's largest bony fish, the ocean sunfish can weigh up to 5,000 pounds. Its bizarre, flattened, disc-like body and lack of a traditional tail make it a unique inhabitant. It feeds on jellyfish and squid, often drifting near the surface to bask in the sun. Spotted porcupine fish. This fish employs a dramatic defensive strategy, typically found in the holes and crevices of lagoons, caves, shipwrecks, and reefs. When threatened, it swallows water to inflate its body like a balloon, causing sharp spines to stand erect. Its specialized beak-like mouth is powerful enough to break the hard shells of the crustaceans and mollusks it preys upon. Blue glaucus. A master of camouflage, this small creature uses a technique known as counter-shading to blend into the bright surface waters. Its coloration makes it difficult for predators to spot from both above and below. Leaving this realm of solar-powered abundance, our expedition now crosses the critical 200-meter threshold into a world governed by shadow, where the fundamental rules of survival are rewritten. The Mesopelagic zone is a world of transition, where the familiar sunlit surface gives way to the profound darkness of the deep. As sunlight fades to a permanent twilight, life adapts to low-light conditions, giving rise to novel survival strategies. Here, the language of the ocean shifts from sight to self-generated light, with bioluminescence becoming a primary tool for communication, hunting, and defense. Commonly called the Twilight zone, or the dysphotic zone, this layer receives some faint, filtered sunlight, but not enough to support photosynthesis. The visual landscape is one of silhouettes and shadows. In this dim realm, an estimated 90% of organisms are capable of producing their own light through bioluminescence, creating a living starscape in the deep. Creatures here have evolved sophisticated adaptations to see in the dark, create their own light, and capitalize on the daily migration of food from the surface. Sperm whale. As the largest toothed predator on the planet, the sperm whale can grow to over 50 feet long and weigh more than 40 tons. It is a formidable deep-diving hunter that ventures into these twilight depths to prey on its primary target, the elusive giant squid. Lanternfish. Though small, lanternfish are among the most numerous fish on Earth. Their bodies are lined with light-producing organs called photophores. Their nightly ascent to feed drives the largest daily vertical migration on Earth, involving billions of organisms moving at once. Barrel-eye fish. Observing the barrel-eye fish in situ reveals one of the most remarkable adaptations in the animal kingdom. Its skull is a transparent, fluid-filled dome, which allows its highly sensitive tubular green eyes to rotate upwards. This enables it to spot the faint silhouettes of prey against the dim light filtering down from above. Hatchetfish. A master of camouflage, the hatchetfish uses its bioluminescent organs for counter-illumination. By producing light on its belly that precisely matches the color and intensity of the faint light from the surface, it effectively erases its own silhouette, becoming invisible to predators lurking below. Loosejaw. The loosejaw has a highly specialized predatory advantage. It is one of the few deep-sea creatures that can both produce and perceive red light. Since most other animals at these depths cannot see red, its glowing patches function like a sniper's night vision scope, illuminating prey that remains completely unaware of its presence. Giant Pacific octopus. A giant in both size and intelligence, this cephalopod can reach a length of 30 feet and weigh nearly 600 pounds. It inhabits the cold, dark waters found as deep as 6,000 feet, approximately 1,828 meters, placing it across both the Mesopelagic and upper Bathypelagic zones. A master of camouflage, it can instantly change its color and texture, and its boneless body allows it to slip through impossibly small gaps. Renowned for its problem-solving abilities, it can open jars and solve puzzles, demonstrating a cognitive complexity rare in the deep sea. Crossing the 1,000-meter boundary, our instruments confirm the complete absence of solar photons. We have now entered a realm of perpetual midnight, where the only light is that which life creates for itself. The Bathypelagic zone is a realm of absolute and eternal darkness, near freezing temperatures and immense, crushing pressure. Our analysis reveals that survival here is a strategic challenge, defined by extreme energy conservation and the evolution of ingenious, often bizarre, methods for hunting, mating, and self-defense. In this vast, empty blackness, population densities are low, making encounters stochastic events. Consequently, organisms have evolved to maximize the outcome of every interaction, whether for predation or reproduction. Known as the midnight zone or the photic zone, this layer is defined by the complete absence of sunlight. Temperatures hover just above freezing, and the sheer volume of this zone is staggering. Approximately 75% of the ocean's living space lies at these depths or deeper. The inhabitants of this zone display some of the most extreme morphological and behavioral adaptations on the planet, sculpted by the pressures of a dark, food-scarce world. Deep-sea anglerfish. The quintessential deep-sea predator, the female anglerfish uses a bioluminescent lure, an esca filled with symbiotic, light-producing bacteria, dangled from a rod on its head to attract prey. Its reproductive strategy is equally unique. The tiny male, upon finding a female, bites onto her body and fuses with her circulatory system, becoming a permanent parasitic sperm donor. Gulper eel, pelican eel. This fish is distinguished by its enormous, loosely hinged mouth and a stomach that can expand to accommodate prey much larger than itself. This adaptation is critical in an environment where meals are infrequent, allowing the eel to capitalize on any food source it encounters. Vampire squid. Despite its name, this creature is not a true squid and resides in the aphotic depths. Unlike its shallow water relatives, it feeds not on live prey, but on marine snow, the rain of organic detritus from above. Its defensive cloud of glowing mucus is a specific adaptation to the photic zone, where a dark ink cloud would be useless for camouflage. Fangtooth fish. Characterized by its disproportionately large, needle-sharp teeth, the fangtooth is a voracious predator. Its fangs are so long that they slide into specialized pockets in the roof of its mouth when its jaw is closed. This morphology is a stark illustration of the evolutionary pressures in a food-scarce environment. Its offensive capability is so highly prioritized that its own anatomy has been forced to develop a complex safety mechanism to prevent self-impalement. Siphonophore. This creature is not a single animal, but a floating colony composed of thousands of tiny specialized organisms working in unison. One specimen discovered off the coast of Australia was estimated to be over 390 feet long, making it the longest known animal on Earth, even longer than a blue whale. Our descent continues past 4,000 meters, leaving the midwater hunters behind. Our focus now shifts to the benthic realm as we approach the vast, sediment-covered abyssal plains that blanket the majority of our planet's surface. The Abyssopelagic zone is a vast, frigid, and dark environment that blankets most of our planet's surface beneath the oceans. Its defining feature is the abyssal plain, an immense, flat, and sediment-covered seafloor. Life here is primarily benthic and characterized by a low metabolic rate, wholly dependent on the scarce nutritional input of marine snow, the continuous shower of organic debris from the productive waters far above. This zone, often referred to as the abyss, is characterized by the abyssal plain, the flat seafloor of the deep ocean. The temperature is consistently near freezing, typically around 2 to 3 degrees C. This zone is immense, covering approximately 83% of the total ocean area and 60% of the Earth's entire surface. The pressure is extreme, yet life has found a way to endure. Organisms in the abyss have evolved for a benthic, high-pressure, and food-scarce existence, often relying on patience, heightened senses, and unique body plans to survive. Dumbo octopus. Named for the prominent, ear-like fins on its head that it flaps for propulsion, this octopus typically hovers just above the seabed. It uses its webbed arms to crawl and search for worms and other invertebrates in the sediment. Giant sea spider. This is not a true spider, but a marine arthropod. Some species can have leg spans up to 75 centimeters. They possess a long proboscis, which they use to suck out the nutrients from soft-bodied invertebrates like sea anemones. Blobfish. A master of energy conservation, the blobfish has adapted to the high-pressure environment with a body composed of gelatinous flesh that is slightly less dense than water. This allows it to float effortlessly above the seafloor, waiting for prey to drift by without expending energy on swimming. Tripod fish. This remarkable fish uses 3 elongated, rigid fin rays as stilts to stand on the soft seafloor. By elevating its body into the current, it uses its other fins to sense the vibrations of approaching prey, which it then captures. Giant isopod. A relative of the common woodlouse, the giant isopod is an important deep-sea scavenger. These large crustaceans roam the abyssal plains, feeding on the carcasses of whales, fish, and squid that fall from the upper zones. Leaving the abyssal plains, our expedition now navigates into the planet's deepest geological features, the oceanic trenches. Here, at depths exceeding 6,000 meters, we enter the Hadal zone, a world that tests the absolute limits of biology. The Hadal zone consists of long, narrow, V-shaped depressions in the seafloor. The conditions here are merciless. Pressures can exceed 1,100 atmospheres, equivalent to the weight of 50 jumbo jets pressing on every square meter. Temperatures hover between 1 and 4 degrees C, and the environment is one of complete and perpetual darkness. The organisms that survive here possess profound physiological and biochemical adaptations that allow their cells to function under pressures that would instantly destroy most other life forms. The Hadal snailfish, this remarkable creature holds the depth record for any vertebrate, having been found at depths below 8,000 meters. Its survival is made possible by a suit of key adaptations: a soft, translucent body with no scales or swim bladder, reduced bone density, and an accumulation of piezolates, small organic molecules like trimethylamine N oxide TMAO, that stabilize proteins and prevent cellular membranes from being crushed by the extreme hydrostatic pressure. The supergiant amphipods. These crustaceans are a striking example of deep-sea gigantism, growing significantly larger than their shallow water relatives. They are abundant scavengers in the trenches, playing a key role in the Hadal food web. Sea cucumbers and polychaete worms. These creatures are crucial detritivores in the Hadal ecosystem. The funnel-like shape of the trenches concentrates organic matter, and these organisms are adapted to process this sediment, recycling nutrients on the deep seafloor. Cephalophores, these are giant singlisselled organisms, some visible to the naked eye. Their presence highlights the surprising diversity of life, even at a microbial level, in the planet's deepest and most hostile environments. Ascending from the crushing pressures of the Hadal trenches, the data collected on this vertical transect provides a comprehensive picture of life's. This expedition through the ocean's vertical zones reveals a fundamental truth. The extreme environmental gradients of depth are the primary architects of the incredible diversity of life observed beneath the waves. From the photosynthetic engine of the Epipelagic to the pressure-adapted specialists of the Hadal trenches, each zone forces a unique evolutionary response, resulting in a stunning array of creatures perfectly sculpted for their particular world. The journey downward is a clear demonstration of how life adapts to the progressive loss of light and warmth and the relentless increase in pressure. Despite centuries of maritime exploration, more than 80% of our ocean remains unsurveyed and unobserved. The deep sea represents Earth's last great frontier, a realm holding secrets that continue to reshape our understanding of biology, chemistry, and life itself. The bizarre creatures and extreme ecosystems of the depths are not alien worlds. They are a fundamental part of our own planet, reminding us how much there is still left to discover.
Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you want to see more of my eclectic adventures, and don't forget to check out the recommended video.